Good morning. We're here for the official start of our largest project in all of the Funding Our Future roadway projects that have been imagined. And as one of our engineers just told me, John Coyle, this is the biggest project in the 20 years he's been with Salt Lake City Engineering in terms of streets. We are reconstructing 300 West from 900 South to 2100 South. And we all know how important good streets are to the quality of life and economic development, access and transportation, the ability to ride a bike, but really the ability to even walk, and the landscaping potential. Right here on 300 West is one of the greatest opportunities in this entire city, but I think all along the Wasatch Front. We have one of the highest tax revenue returns right here on 300 West Corridor, but you wouldn't know it to look at the streets. Well, come next fall, late next fall, this is going to be a transformed landscape. When we complete this corridor, it will have two-way protected bike lanes. Let me just mention that studies around the United States have looked at the difference between a painted bike lane with traffic and protected bike lane corridors. You move from the single-digit percentages of people who are comfortable riding in a painted bike lane up to over 80% comfort with people being willing to get on a bike and commute when it's in a protected bike lane. That alone is transformative. We're also going to be adding new crosswalks. Two of those are mid-block crosswalks at Andrew Avenue and American Avenue. There's going to be landscaped park strips, like right here, and continuous sidewalks. I don't know how many of you, a lot of the project team who have done a phenomenal job are here, and I know they've walked these sidewalks, but not many Salt Lakers would even dream of walking down 300 West, whether you're going to Walmart, the wine store, or Home Depot, up to Target. There's inconsistency in the sidewalks at best. Some of them are at a pretty dramatic steep grade sideways, and then driveways that consume the sidewalks with different developments. This entire strip from 900 South to 2100 South will have continuous sidewalks. It may sound simple, but it's a dramatic change, especially for the people who call this home and their neighborhood corridor. We have a dedicated and a talented project team who has spent the last year listening to the public, working with the business owners along this corridor, performing technical analysis. They've been assessing safety data and making sure that the final design will fit Salt Lake City's complete streets ordinance. The transportation plans have all been coordinated. Climate 2040 plan for the city and the crime prevention through environmental design approach have all been built into this plan. And part of my plan for 2021 is to continue to implement a system of complete streets with the end goal that makes our streets more walkable, makes them safer for biking. And that's for all ages and all biking abilities. It's so energizing to see this project kick off, especially as a former District 5 council member, and to be here with the District 5 council member, Darin Mano, today. I want to thank our project team, both city and our consulting team, who've done the most phenomenal job I've seen in my 7.5 years with Salt Lake City, working with the design complexities of 300 West, the built environment, but most of all, the human experience of those who use this corridor and who will use this corridor after we complete this transformation. I am so proud of the work you've done. This might be the most excited I've ever been for a street reconstruction project. So to the residents of Salt Lake City, this is your street. The Funding Our Future sales tax increase we did in 2018 is how this is being paid for, and that's incredible. Thank you for your support of Salt Lake City. Be patient with us. Know that there's a project website, and there's a complete communications team for whether you're a business owner, you're someone navigating the area, or you have some difficulty with any of the construction happening. There are people waiting to help you. So work with us. It actually won't take too long considering the transformation that's about to take place. Thanks, and I'll turn the time over to Councilmember Mano.
Mayor, I'm so excited to be here with you today, and I'm even more excited to see this incredible transformation in my district. The 300 West Corridor, as the mayor alluded to, is the second highest sales tax generator of the whole city, right after the CBD. And it is ripe for investment and change. Salt Lake City, like so many American cities, is working to undo generations of traffic engineering and street design that is focused only on getting cars from the suburbs to downtown. And we've been furiously trying to catch up on also decades of deferred street maintenance. And the groundbreaking of this project marks an important milestone in both of those goals. Not only will the 300 West corridor be safer for cars and free from potholes, it will be also safe and convenient and comfortable for all modes of transportation. I'm told that around 21,000 vehicles travel on this stretch of 300 West every day, which is a mix of residents, commuters, and visitors. And that makes this project important to the entire city, not just the businesses along the street. The new protected bike lanes will be a great addition, and I'm so excited to see how those interface with the 900 South 9 line improvements, and as we tried to build out our web of bike and pedestrian infrastructure in the city. I commend the administration for how diligently they worked to outreach to the community. I can personally attest to that outreach because before I was a council member, I was randomly selected to be on one of the focus groups. And they did a great job, and I know that they worked really hard to make sure that the community's voices, the business voices, and the residents were listened to. And in many of those early stakeholder meetings, we heard about how the sidewalks are not continuous and how people in a wheelchair have to literally get into the street to pass certain parts of 300 West, and I'm so excited that that will no longer be the case. I'm very optimistic because this project considers people of all ability levels, and that's something that is an important goal as we rebuild our city. I suspect that the voters in 2018 were aware of the needs of our street and of the neighborhoods when they supported the Funding Our Future sales tax bond. And this project will take some time, as all good things do, and I encourage the residents of Salt Lake City to continue patronizing the businesses along 300 West, brave the construction, come out here and support these businesses. The future of Salt Lake City is bright, and this is just one of many urban design projects that I'm very excited about that are coming up. Please check out the website fundingourfutureslc.com to see how your taxpayer dollars are getting put to use for good for the city. Thank you so much.